Hey guys, Wilson here, and congratulations and welcome to the 21-day flat belly formula. Right now I'm going to introduce you to exactly what the first thing that I want you to do. You should now have all your downloads. Your downloads will be below in the files shown to you below. So click on those, download them and save them to your desktop. First thing that I want you to do, guys, is head over to wilson.fitclients.com. Once you're on there, log in or click down here to create an account if you don't have one. You can either sign up with Facebook if you have one, or you can sign up with your email as well. Let me just get back. Okay, so first thing that I want you to do is log in, and once you're logged in, you'll be able to right now, can you see in the top right corner you missed a weighing day? Click here. I'll explain what's going on in just a moment's time. What I want you to do is put in your stats, so your weight, your measurements, and log them into this site right here. I also want you then to upload, click on photos and upload photos. Just click on upload, and it's as simple, just from your desktop or from your phone, just upload it over and then it'll be saved onto your profile. Nobody else can see this, only you, but it's a place where you can store it, and so you later, when you post your after, you can compare the two live on this site itself as well. Then once you've all registered, once you've done all your measurements and you've logged those in onto the site, click on this icon here where it says goals. I want you to go over here, and here's two example goals that I've put down. I'll create a new one just for you to show you. It could be a group goal, you could start a group goal, or it could be a personal goal. I want you to click on personal goal, and I want you to, whether you want to track your progress by weight, body fat, or measurements. If you're able to measure body fat, that's awesome. Measurements are a great way to do it because they're going to show you your fat. Weight is obviously, I think it's great. Weight's a great measurement. However, because a lot of people do real bad diets that end up with resulting them losing weight, but they lose the weight in the form of muscle tissue and for a longer period of time, and they end up destroying their thyroid, their metabolism, and they dig themselves a deep hole. Well, for those kind of people who've done those diets, the stuff that I'm going to introduce you to, you may see a little bit of weight gain in muscle tissue, and basically we've just got to reverse the damage that you've done, and until you've done that, you will always be in that hole digging yourself deeper. So I love weight, providing you're you haven't damaged your metabolism, you haven't damaged your lost your muscle. So always measure weight, and I think it's a great measurement to use. But also, it's for somebody who has lost their muscle tissue, who has done these strict calorie restricted diets, it's got to be measurements. It's got to be you take your photos, because your photos will reveal all the folds, the shapes, and all the tones in your skin disappearing. But it's the measurements that are going to show you the fat that's going to disappear as well. Body fat, if you've got either body fat calipers or an ultrasound body fat scan, do that. But the ones that the scales that you can stand on and hold on, and then you use like little electrons, they don't work. They're not accurate. So let's go with weight for now, and I want to click on lose pounds. Majority of us doing this program, we're going to be wanting to lose weight. So I can either measure weigh a certain amount. So if I want to weigh 160 pounds, I would write that in there. Or do I want to lose a certain amount? So let's say I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, so that I deduct off my actual weight that I've already logged into my stats. So you've already done that, remember. Choose a deadline. So always choose a deadline. Let's say October the 31st, Halloween, and then go next. And then write down a reward for completing that goal, or a punishment for failing that goal. So let's write in a new pair of jeans. By the way, my stuff works. Follow it, guys. Work the plan, and the plan will work for you as well. And I guess it's kind of cool but you know you're gonna have to fork out a little bit of money on clothes, which is kind of a downside of things. But wearing smaller clothes and looking freaking awesome is great. Plus, you can give your old clothes away to charity, which is even better. So you are going to be dropping clothes sizes, guys. I'm kind of sorry about that, but at the same time, I'm very happy for you, and I know the confidence that's going to come flooding with it as well is going to be so much more rewarding and better. My punishment, guys, just to write in a punishment. I'm probably going to get arrested for doing that one, so I'm going to make sure that I don't fail my goal. And then click next, and then I'm going to choose a weighing day, whatever day you want, but I like Sundays. And I'm going to weigh myself every single week. Every week, guys. And I'll explain why in a moment. Your goal has been created. You can view your goal, and here it is. So every time you weigh yourself in, can you see this little red pop-up mark? This isn't normally here, but because I missed my weighing yesterday, it's coming up here. Okay, every time you weigh yourself, every week, every Sunday, let's say I've lost £5, and so I'm now down to £15. It'll show me my percentage right here in this little tally. So where it says weigh in, I'll be emailing you as well, guys. So if you haven't weighed in, I'll be sending you an email over to make sure you have. It'll take you to this page, and it's so simple. Just add your weight in your measurements into there, guys. Simple as that, and date it. So that's what I want you to do, guys. Here's why I want you to weigh yourself in weekly. Do you remember when we were at school? Do you remember when we'd be given some homework that didn't have to be in for 2 months? Okay, now instead of being smart and doing it then and there, I'm putting my hand up, and I'm sure most of you are right now as well. We waited until the last week until we actually started that homework, and then when we did do it, when that last week came along, now we got some work done. You know, we really worked hard. Okay, our motivation increased. We had that deadline. We had to work hard then. So that's why I'm giving you a weekly deadline every week, because you see, if we have a big goal, okay, we will get distracted, man. If we have a smaller goal, okay, we're more sharper. We're fixed. We know this week we're going to be eating clean, and we're going to be getting to those workouts, because I know Wilson's going to be on my back if I'm not losing weight. So I know in my weigh-ins on Sunday, in my weigh-ins every week, I'm going to keep, you know, my motivation's high. I've got to do this, got to do this week. So we keep the ball rolling, and we're not going to make those slip-ups. And there's some really cool stuff that I'm going to introduce to you in just a moment's time, some mind tricks in this first video alone. There's going to be a lot of videos throughout this program, guys, which is going to be just little drip-feeding coaching to really, over the next 21 days, help you along your way. I don't want to bombard you too much. So that's what we're going to do with the goals. I want you to do the goals now. Do your measurements, do your photos, upload it all onto this site. So that's wilson.fitclients.com. Sign up and log into there. Guys, do me a big favour. If you register through Facebook to this site, click on your name up here. There'll be a drop-down menu. Click on profile, and once you're in here, put your address, postcode, and phone number, because Facebook won't bring that over. If you do it manually, then you'd put that in. But if you do it through Facebook, you have to do it yourself. And do that, guys, because from time to time I might give you a call, a little motivational call. I might drop you a little motivational note in the post. So make sure you do post that up on there as well, guys. Pretty cool, isn't it? And moving on now, guys, I want to just quickly introduce you to the 21-day detox. If you haven't done this before, I mean, I love it. It's amazing. The reason why I haven't changed this plan is because it works, and it works time and time again. You just got to implement it. To add more variety into the plan, use the 90-day recipe cookbook. Use that cookbook, and you won't get bored at all. I want you to have a good read through this program, guys, because it's going to help clear up a lot of questions. So it's there, yours at the disposal to go and use it right now, and have a good read through. And you'll understand then why we're doing certain things, why I'm asking you to cut out certain food groups. So let me just tell you right now what I want you to avoid. Grains. Now, I'm not saying that all carbs are bad, but just while we're detoxing, I want you to come off grains. If you was to continue with the fat burner diet after the 21 days, then you could introduce whole oats, rice, wild rice, because these are great. Okay, they're not. I mean, we do need carbohydrates, but over the next 21 days, for everybody, I'm just cutting away all grains, and then I'm getting you carbohydrates from fruits and veggies. From those sources, sweet potatoes, okay, Okay, so we're gonna have no grains, no sugar. Okay, whatsoever. There is not even a sweetener. I do not want sweeteners. I don't even want xylitol. And you'll probably hate me for that, but 21 days later you can have xylitol. But for now, I don't want you to. I don't want you having any alcohol whatsoever. Guys, this is for 3 weeks, 21 days. Okay? You know, it's not hard. Okay? Getting over a drug addiction is hard. Getting over depression is hard. Hard. You know, fighting cancer, battling cancer is hard. This is 21 weeks for you to improve your health. That is not hard, okay? So I don't want to hear any crap or anything like that. Over the process, I'm going to make it easy for you to get over emotional hunger and stuff like this. But come on, let's if we want this, we want to get into great shape, you know, let's do this, because booze is good, cake is good, frappuccinos, they're all good. You know what? But tight toned abs and spankable bottoms are great. So don't go for the good. We're the next 21 days, we're going for the great. Okay? I want you to cut all lesions on caffeine out your diet, dairy, food additives completely, and protein powder. Cut out protein powder, because a lot of them contain, you know, a lot of people think they're on a healthy diet and they're having these shakes, but they contain a lot of whey or a lot of soy, and majority of the times they contain fructose. So, you know, these, I'll tell you now, these skinny shakes, control calorie shakes, and there's so many companies that are selling them at the moment, and hairdressers becoming distributors, and they've got no idea about nutrition whatsoever. So goodness knows why your hairdresser is now suddenly selling you a weight loss fad. And basically these shakes work for a short period of time is because they control your calorie content through giving you fructose or sugar. Thing is, you'll eventually damage your metabolism, lower your muscle, so you lower your metabolism, screwing up your thyroid gland, but also ending up with a belly podge through the high amounts of fructose that you'd be having with these shakes. Not a good idea. Here's why I want you to stay away from, you know, the majority of these protein shakes. What to eat, guys? Every single day, every single meal, I want vegetables and fruit. Not too much fruit. Again, it's a lot of fructose, a lot of sugar fruit. But as like a dessert with each meal, have fruit. Absolutely. And your vegetables. Eat lots. Okay, lots of vegetables, lots of nutrients, especially your deep, dark, and vibrant colours of vegetables. These are the ones that you want. Lots of nutrition to allow us to detoxify the body. I want you to have fat. Fat is your friend. You need fat into your diet. You just need the right kinds of fats. You don't want any trans fats, hydrogenated fats, and you don't want to cook oils like olive oil at high temperatures because they will turn toxic. So when you're cooking, use coconut oil. Cook with coconut oil. There's also many benefits with cooking with coconut oil, or having a coconut off the spoon, coconut oil off the spoon, to control your carb cravings. This is all explained in the book, guys. Again, have a good read through. I just want to touch on it. Your beverages, you want to be drinking your water around about 1 litre per 20 kilograms of your body weight per day. Seasonings to really bring the flavour into, and to provide a lot of antioxidants and nutrients into your diet as well. So seasonings, herbs, spices, Himalayan crystal salt. Is it? That's that bargain shop. You can buy Himalayan crystal salt, and it costs you about £8. You can go to B&M or a bargain shop, and it's about £2 for a big shaker like this of Himalayan crystal salt. Get yourself one of those. There are so many benefits and trace minerals inside Himalayan crystal salt, and it's great for recovery as well. If you're somebody who exercises and gets a lot of cramps, add a pinch of salt in your water, about 1 litre of water, and that should help you right there. And I talk about supplements in there as well, guys, which you can follow. I don't want to touch too much on this, and I don't want to bombard you right now, and the supplements are completely optional. And the only supplements that I will tell you to have are just health-based supplements that are going to really allow you to strip a lot of body fat from your body. I talk about your pre, post, and during nutrition as well, and some lifestyle modifications. I'm going to be talking about this later in the program about walking or moving more. And one cool thing you can get, guys, is a pedometer. Somebody who walks about 5,000 or less steps a day is likely to be overweight. Somebody that hits 10,000 more, okay, is going to be in generally speaking good shape, good health. So if you get yourself a pedometer, you can measure how many steps you'll actually take in a day, and then you'll know if you need to do more or less. Try that for a couple of days and get into that pattern by just using a pedometer. Great little bit of kit. Okay, we've briefly touched on your nutrition and what I want you to do. Another key thing with your diet as well is I only want you to eat 3 meals a day. I don't want you to snack. I don't want you eating small and often. Eating small and often is great for a bodybuilder who wants to put on muscle. If we want to drop body fat, we want to keep insulin down. Now, insulin is what increases whenever you eat. Whenever we eat, whenever there's food in the gut, insulin goes up, breaks it down. And if there's too much of that sugar in the blood, it will store it as fat. So we want to make sure we're not constantly high insulin. We're not constantly in a fat storing or building anabolic mode. Periods of hunger are very, very good. So I want you to have 3 meals a day spread out by about 6 hours. Okay, and so insulin's not always high. And your evening meal, I want it as close to 6 o'clock as possible. In an ideal world, it'd be 6 o'clock. Okay. I sometimes don't even manage 6 o'clock. You know, I have to really plan myself to do this. Again, for 3 weeks, you can certainly do this because it's only 3 weeks, and really be strict on yourself. But don't worry if it's a little bit after 6 or if you can before 6 by 4:30 or 5 or something like that. But about as close to 6 o'clock as you can, because you want to go to bed on an empty gut. If there's food in your gut, insulin's high, and when you sleep at night, you want to increase growth hormone. Now, over in Hollywood, they're spending about $3,000 per injection to have somebody else's growth hormone pulled out of them and then pumped into themselves. $3,000, something like that. You can do it naturally if you get your sleep right. But the Antichrist is a growth hormone that keeps you lean, body fat down, lots of lean muscle tissue, youthful skin, more energy. Your mind stays, more powerful. The way to do that is to increase growth hormone. But the antichrist of growth hormone is insulin. So if we're going to bed on a full stomach, then growth hormone stays down at a time during when we're sleeping. And when we're sleeping is the time for our body to rejuvenate, get your beauty sleep, and for growth hormone to increase. So we want to go to bed on an empty stomach. In the morning, we should be waking up ravenously hungry. Yeah. If you're doing morning workouts, which is the best time to burn body fat, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, you want to make sure that you're preloading the blood with amino acids. So just having a drink, a teaspoon of amino acids in 500 ml of water, 30 to 45 minutes before you work out. And then after you work out, go get a good healthy breakfast from the cookbook. You are flying on all cylinders and dropping a lot of body fat for that day. So there you go, guys. I want you to read it through. I want you to fill the questionnaire out. There is a sample meal plan here. And then what I want you to do is this will be like your Sunday ritual. Your Sunday ritual will be sitting down and writing out your meals for the week. Okay, using the recipes that are all down here and in the cookbook. Plan out your recipes. The reason why I've done a sample and then giving you a template is because I want you to learn your Sunday ritual. You learn how to plan this for yourself. So when I'm gone in 3 weeks' time and you're standing on your own 2 feet, you know how to do this. So you continue to get into great shape and you don't just fall off the bandwagon. Okay, so plan. I do it Sunday as your Sunday ritual. Spend 3 hours writing it down and then going shopping and getting your food for the week. Simple as that. So one last thing I want to talk to you about, guys. I wanted to keep this video brief, but we're on a roll right now. Is I want you to teach you the difference between outcome goals and behavior goals. Now, outcome goals are, for example, I'm going to lose a stone. Okay, I'm going to lose a stone. I'm going to be a clothes size smaller in 28 days. These are all outcome goals. They're great. It's kind of like you being a ship and having no destination if you haven't got an outcome goal. You need to know where you're going. So I want to lose a stone and I want to be a clothes size smaller. That's great. Do an outcome goal. You know what's better than an outcome goal? and what's essential is a behavior goal. Now, a behavior goal is so much better because it tells you what to do to get your outcome goal. Okay, so my behavior goal is going to be, I'm going to commit. I commit to missing no more than 10% of my scheduled exercise sessions for the next 4 weeks. Now, I ask all my campers to attend a minimum of 3 workouts per week. I'm not happy with them if they can't. Obviously, life's going to throw stuff at you. Work's going to get in the way. We're going to have family commitments and all this, and there'll be times where you might not be able to make it. If that is the case and you're one of my boot campers, you drop me a message, you give me a call, you let me know where you are, you let me know where you can't make it, I'll send you a video workout through that you can do at home. But there's going to be times where we can't make workouts. So 10% of the time you're going to commit that you're going to get to those workouts. Regardless if you had a bad day, regardless if you're not feeling great, successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people aren't. Okay, so you got to start thinking differently, and if you're not feeling uncomfortable, guys, if you're not feeling stretched, okay, you're not moving forwards. You're staying where you are. Okay, spend more time outside your comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. Another behavior goal might be, I commit to eating breakfast every day for the next 4 weeks. This is a 21-day plan. 3 weeks is not hard at all. Okay, you'll have challenging moments. You'll be tempted at times. And over the process, I'm going to teach you little ways to really, don't worry if you screw up as well. More about that in a moment. Don't worry if you do. I'm going to be teaching you ways how to get over emotional eating, etc. Another one might be committing to reducing your calorie intake by 500 calories for the next 4 weeks. Again, do you get the idea, guys? Behavior goals tell you what to do, what your behavior is going to be to do that. Okay, so not only have we got a destination, outcome goal, a behavior goal is now your map. Stick to that. Little consistent wins every single day, because just like having homework 2 months away, you're going to not have the same motivation. But if you have little consistent wins, little consistent checkpoints, weekly weigh-ins, your motivation is going to be always high. Okay, if you're always in a winning mode, then you're always moving forwards. So make reasonable goals that you can attain and reach. If it's too big, you will lose motivation because you won't be able to achieve it. Okay, so have a big outcome, yes, but have small daily motivational goals. Absolutely, you've got to do that. And having a behavioural goal is your map to get to where you want to be. So sit down and think about it, guys. Plan it out. What will get you that outcome? What's it going to be? Look at what's standing in your way. Look at what's your obstacles to get out of the way right now. Any excuses you're making up right now, what can you do? For example, if somebody can't afford a program, I totally appreciate you know having bills and stuff, and they've got to be paid for. But if you want to do something, you will find a way. Okay, people are amazing, and I never talk anybody down, because if the mind is willing and the mind is focused and determined, it will achieve it. So don't be somebody who's making excuses. At the end of the day, you have an excuse or you have a result. You've got to be somebody who's creating opportunities, seeing challenges as opportunities. Seeing obstacles as challenges, as opportunities that we can overcome. So there you have it, guys. Video 1. I hope you're super excited. You should have right now, let me just quickly show you. You should have your 21-day detox, which is so simple to download, guys. Just from here, click download or right click and then save it to your desktop. Save as a link, save it to your desktop if you're on a Windows. And then go and download your cookbook, United Recipe Cookbook. Use those recipes that are in the cookbook as well. That's your lot, guys. Any questions, post them up in the Facebook group and let me know at info@fatburnerbootcamp.com. Make sure you've done your measurements and covered everything we've mentioned in this video so far. Let's do this, guys.